Hi, I just thought I'd pop on and continue my little chat about children and grief. This is Children and Grief National Awareness Month, and so if you missed part one, you can go back and have a look for it on information in children grief. And so I just want to continue to add to it. Today I want to talk about the importance of language in children. You know, we want so hard to I almost say dance around it. We don't actually want to say the words, and yet kids are pretty concrete. They need those words. And so I always say to parents and caregivers, avoid the euphemisms for death. You know, we as a society have a list about this long on, other ways to just say somebody died. And so here's a list of those few of them, like laid to rest, or sleeping, or passed on, or they're in a better place, they're resting in peace, they took their last breath, they've passed away, they've gone to be with whoever else has died, they lost their battle, they've gained their wings, they've gone to heaven, they're in the clouds. They're no longer suffering, they're no longer in pain, they're no longer with us. And so, kids will get you because they will take those things literally. I can think of, a couple families that have struggled with, they used, using those euphemisms, such as sleeping, and, one of their younger children went into where a family member was lying and really had a huge upset for everybody. The child looked at them and said, "Somebody please wake up my brother," because they had told him, they're sleeping. And I get it. It's hard to say, but you're setting kids up for not a great for some not great things. Often I've seen kids afraid to go to sleep because grandma went to sleep and she never woke up again, and so is that going to happen to me if I go to sleep? I've also seen families who have told the kids that their loved one's gone to heaven up in the clouds, and the family went on a vacation and were heading up into the clouds, and they were all so excited because they were going to get to see grandma again. We're going to be up in the clouds and we'll be able to see her, and that's not really the truth. So the importance of using the right language, calling it is what it is. They have died. Often I'll suggest using the language, their body is not working anymore. Sometimes I've heard this, the kids have said, well, what about their head? And so, if that's a question, adding that in, their body and their head has stopped working and it's not going to work again. Kids know when they break something, when something is broken, that it doesn't work anymore. And so, that their body is broken, and to the point where it won't work, it's not working anymore, and it's not going to work again. And another thing is, it can't move. Their body can't move anymore. It doesn't think anymore. It doesn't feel. It doesn't see. It doesn't smell. It doesn't talk. It doesn't breathe anymore. It doesn't feel pain. They don't feel hunger. They don't have, it doesn't fear anymore. And so, using the language is appropriate for this. Kids are pretty concrete, and so using euphemisms can lead to some not so great conversations that you have to have down the road. And so I hope these help, and I'll pop on again with a few more little tidbits about kids and grief. And please don't don't hesitate to stop and leave a comment and say, can you tell me more about this? Or I've noticed this with somebody, or I'm looking for help in this area on kids and grief. What is this? What is their suggestions on? So drop me a note, and I look forward to talking with you all again.